Hi everyone. Happy Friday, my beautiful friends. My beautiful family standing in truth and freedom. So I'm just waiting for people to dial in, making sure that you can hear me and that you can see me. We've been super busy and I want to share some really great information here with you today. Just set you on the right path. Just show you that there is so much good in the world and that there are some really amazing people who've been fighting and standing up for our rights and for the divine intervention that we are experiencing through these challenging times. So I'm bringing you someone actually very special today. I've been on the road and my experiences have been just absolutely amazing. So I thought that I would steal a moment here and just share some really great information from someone who just has so much wisdom and so much knowledge to share with all of us. And I wanted to bring it live. So I'm just waiting for people to tune in. You know, let me know where you are tuning in from, what you are, you know, what your challenges are, what you are experiencing, and then we will get into this fantastic interview I'm bringing you today, and it's all live, right? So if you have any questions, just don't be shy. This is where you ask your questions, and we are here to really bring the truth to the light and to show you all the tools that we have on our hands. And so without any further delay, I am going to let you know who I am here with today. His name is Doug Heisel, and he's bringing wisdom, not just from some books, but just from his real life experience. He has a doctorate degree in metaphysics. He is certified paralegal. He is private attorney general. He is minister, teacher, and a true master. And so this is who we will be spending some time today with. And I'm going to turn my camera now. Okay, so you can see Doug. Hey, Doug. Say hi to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
And what we will be, let me see, let me make sure that I have the camera right. Okay, good. And Doug, so this is one of our first videos that we will be doing with you, just to bring people up to really speed on the truth that was hidden from America and from her people. So where should we get started? Maybe should we get started from where it all went wrong?
Yeah, that's a good place to start. If you want to get down to the real root of it, where it went wrong is when we declared ourselves different or separate from England through the Scots Resolution, and then came the Declaration of Independence. And the Declaration of Independence is what declared our law and our religion for this country, according to the Law of Nations by Amedee Vattel. You've got to have law and you've got to have a religion to have a nation, to declare a nation. So that's what declared, you know, our religion and our law. And what happened was they made all men are created equal, okay? And so if all men are created equal out here, there's nobody better than anybody else, all right? And so, you know, our rights, unalienable rights, came from God. And that's why they're just trying to destroy God right now. And whether people like it or not, our law is based on the Bible, okay? Law is an anagram for land, air, and water, all right? And in Genesis, I believe it's 26 verses, chapter 1, verses 26 through 28, God gave man dominion over the land, air, and the water. He didn't give man dominion over other men, since we're all created equal.
And that's very important.
Oh, no, that is important.
So, Doc, can you repeat that again, please? Sorry to interrupt you. Say it again. But where do our rights come from?
Well, our rights come from God. But see, the people that came over here, okay, they came over here for religious freedom. They wanted to worship God themselves, and they didn't want an intermediary, okay, and they protested that, and that's why they were called Protestants, okay. So they came over here for true religious freedom, and they didn't believe that there should be an intermediator or an intermediary, priest, or a pope, or whatever you want to call it, between them and God. Why do I have to go to somebody else to have them intercede and go to God for me, when I'm an extension of that being into this dimension to have a experience as a man? And we all came down here with a mission, and we all came down here with something that we have to do, okay. And like me, I'm a prodigal son, okay. My best thinking in my younger years got me life sentences in prison, okay, for nothing. No injury, no victim, no. All right. They just got mad because they couldn't catch me. So they set me up, okay. And I had to fight to get out. And I had to learn all of this stuff to be able to have my rights and freedom in prison, okay. And what I'm talking about is freedom in prison is there's a big thing right now that, control your mind, all right? Because they can build walls out of steel and cement and stuff, right? But I found that no matter what they did to me, I could lay there, my body's there, but I could be somewhere else. I could be out on the road on my Harley, twisting the wick on and enjoying a ride and actually feel the breeze in my hair. Okay, I wasn't in prison. My body may have been, all right? But it's the same thing out here. I'm trying to escape from the prison that I built in my mind for going through 20 years of hell, okay? And they call it PTSD or whatever they want to call it, right? But what it is it's conditioning and programming, all right? And so just like I have to break that program, even though I'm free out here, okay, and I'm doing my thing, I'm still imprisoned in my mind due to my experiences and the fact that I can't let go of those experiences due to the paranoia of poking this dragon out here with this paperwork, knowing that they're going to retaliate, etc., etc. So it's hard for me to let go of a lot of my past when my future, right, looks like it's going to become part of my past, or in my mind anyway. So that's the prison that I'm talking about.
Right, and that's what they are using, the mind
right.
control and the programming, right? And placing everyone in front of the box, and everything is based on fear, right? This is how people are disconnected from the source, from God, because there is no faith.
No, it's even worse than that. This is called predictive programming, okay? And what they do is they use these news and media and all of these public speakers and others that they have wrapped around their finger, either through blackmail or they're paying them or they're just creeps anyway. And so, you got to fight that whole system if you're in it, okay? And you don't have a whole lot of remedies available to you from being in that system, because what they've done is they've taken this predictive programming and they've programmed you to think that these corporations are governments and have power over you as one of the people.
Yes, let's talk about that. What about why don't you explain to people, what is our government really? Have we had a government for the past whatever, years?
No,
or what's going on?
What happened with our government is the Republic operated until 1860, when the southern states walked out. Okay, when the southern states walked out, we no longer had what's called a quorum. They didn't even have a quorum or enough members to handle the business of dissolving themselves. All right, so it laid there bare and abandoned. All right, and Lincoln came in at the point of a gun and reconvened Congress by appointing people to the seats, so that Congress wasn't legitimate and it wasn't the same as the Republic. It was a rump Congress. Anything that they passed, since Lincoln was a lawyer and it violated the 13th Amendment, is void ab initio. Okay? So what they did was they declared martial law, and before Lincoln could make it or correct it and take it back off of martial law and return it to civilian authority, they killed him. Okay? So we've been operating under a martial law under the Lieber Code since the 1860s. Okay? In 1871, they realized that there was no government. So what they did was they had a corporation that they incorporated, but it was only supposed to be for Washington, D.C. Okay? But they incorporated, and Congress was the board of directors, all right? And they had full control over Washington, D.C. Well, what they did was they extended Washington, D.C. states through different acts and stuff, and they confiscated all of the property of the people when the bankruptcy happened, and they turned the people into assets through the birth certificates, all right? And ever since then, we've operated under what they call commercial law, right? Or the negotiable instruments law, because there's no money. And when they took the money, they realigned us, okay, into the territory, what they claim is the territory. They made us territorial citizens or 14th Amendment citizens and assets of their corporation. They took the free electors and they turned us into registered voters. So if you registered to vote, you became a